Last week we jumped into Adam Sandler's movies. We ranked them. Today we're jumping into another comedian that touched the funny bone of a lot of people during the 90s and early 2000s. He has come over some criticism over the past couple of years, and I feel like he is a little bit. He's getting the short end of the stick with his creativity and his art in his latter years of being in the limelight. With all that being said, he had some of the funniest movies growing up, as well as one of my favorite movies of all time. There's Jim Carrey. Now, I'm not really here to discuss whether or not you guys think Jim Carrey's crazy or if he's woke or any of that type of stuff. That's for a different conversation. I have a lot of opinions on the new age Jim Carrey that if you guys want, we can do a different video. This is strictly for his movies. Now, this list is a little scuffed because it seems to at some point just double. So we might have to go through here and make sure we're not missing anything. It looks like it doubles at here. So we'll just have to be on top of it. All right, guys, let's see how we're going to rank this. This list is actually really confusing, so I don't know what we're going to do. All right, so starting off, we have some bangers. Bruce Almighty, I think, is a absolute S tier movie. I'm not gonna just never say film. Makes me cringe. It's an S tier movie. A lot of fun. Basically, Jim Carrey's character is having all these problems, and he reaches out to God, and God doesn't listen. And through a bunch of different means, he ends up getting. He becomes God for a temporary time period and realizes that it's not as easy as he was expecting and free will and all that type of stuff. But has some of the best comedic moments, has some good heartfelt moments, and it has one of the best scenes I think I've ever seen as a kid. I don't know if it holds up still to this day, but that is when Steve Carell is on the newscast and Jim Carrey's controlling what he says, and he just makes him speak a bunch of gibberish. It is hilarious. But with all that being said, it's a fantastic movie. I'll put it as an S tier. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. One of my all-time favorite movies. I love both of them. I think this is prime Jim Carrey. This is the Jim Carrey we knew and grew up with. It is a lot of fun through and through. I've never seen this movie. Dumb and Dumber. Another prime example of Jim Carrey. It is Dumb and Dumber holds the test of time. It's still, the first one's still hilarious till this day. It to make you laugh, I promise. I've never seen this. The Mask. Now, I do enjoy The Mask quite a bit, and I think that it could easily be an S tier, but for the sake of not putting all of Jim Carrey's movies in S tier, we'll put The Mask at A tier. It does have some weird shit in it. It's kind of a weird movie in general, but I love the barrier that it breaks between reality and this kind of like Roger Rabbit-esque animation style. Like, it's funny. A lot of one-liners in that one too. All right, I've never seen this. A Christmas Carol, not great. I mean, Jim Carrey plays a good Scrooge, but not a great Christmas movie. Not memorable. Haven't seen this. Second Ace Ventura movie, just as good as the first. When Nature Calls has some of my favorite scenes ever. The rhinoceros scene is still hilarious. White Devil, all that stuff, great. The second Dumb and Dumber, not as funny. It's just kind of the same old shit. And it didn't really, in my eyes, it didn't really live up to the limelight. Okay, so let's talk about one of my favorite movies of all time that is not comedy. And that's Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. It's so... If you guys have ever dealt with a shitty breakup or just not in a good spot and you watch that movie, it's gives you a lot of perspectives. It's sad, it's beautiful, it's well written. It's crazy. I don't know. For a lot of people, it's hard to watch comedians in serious roles, but Jim Carrey just like Adam Sandler, when they do it, there's a reason why they're actors. Like, they're absolutely phenomenal, and Jim Carrey shines really, really bright in this movie, and it's a beautiful movie. If you haven't seen it, please do, but don't go in expecting Jim Carrey. Go in expecting this is an actor, you know. Horton Hears Who, pretty solid. Not my favorite, but pretty solid. The Grinch, goddamn S tier. Watch it every year for Christmas. I would argue to say that it is better than Elf. Come at me if you got an issue. I'll fight you in the comments. I'm just kidding. I love The Grinch. It's phenomenal all the way through. Me, Myself, and Irene. It looks like I'm just going to put everything in S tier. Sorry, guys. Me, Myself, and Irene, if you guys have never seen this, is Jim Carrey in a dirty comedy movie. And there is some fuck shit in that movie. Let me tell you what. If you haven't seen it, basically he is, I can't remember what he is. Is he a cop or something? But he marries this woman, and then they end up having kids. But he has like quadruplets, but all four of them come out black. Like all four of the kids are black, but him and his wife are white. But he still raises them, and then he finds out that she did cheat on him and all this shit. And then when she like breaks up with him or whatever, he like has a mental break, and he has this alter ego split personality come through, and it's bad. He goes on a rampage. Now, if we're doing woke 2020, what year is it? 2022 stuff, might be a problematic movie, but I'm not worried about that right now. That's not why I'm here to talk. But there's a lot of funny shit in it. Mr. Popper's Penguins, listen. If you guys don't know anything about me, I fucking love penguins. I don't have any right next to me, but I have like 6 over on the table over there. I just love penguins. I always have since I was a kid. It's just something that is ingrained into me. I loved Mr. Popper's Penguins, but I can understand that it's not that great of a movie. Sonic the Hedgehog, sadly still haven't seen, but I've actually heard that it was really good. Let's see here. The series of unfortunate events, the series of unfortunate letdowns. Jim Carrey played a perfect Count Olaf. The movie just didn't hold up. The series of unfortunate events books were phenomenal. I grew up on them. I have all of them on my bookshelf somewhere, or somewhere in my house. Great books. Really wild. Lemony Snicket is a fucking interesting author. But the movie just didn't work. I don't know what it was. It just, they like meshed together like a couple movies or a couple books, I think, and it just didn't turn out great. All right, so we have some more duplicates here. All right, 23. It was like a horror psychological flick. I didn't really care for it. I didn't. Just wasn't great. Haven't seen this. Cable Guy is a goddamn absolute masterpiece. And it also is Jim Carrey playing an absolute psycho at the core of it. I've rewatched The Cable Guy recently. I still love it. The medieval time scene is fantastic. And Jack Black, early on in his career, is in it. Fun with Dick and Jane, A for sure. We could easily put that in S tier. Basically, Jim Carrey's character works at a business. Something happens, but they end up robbing people, and it is fucking hilarious. Batman. He played the Riddler. That Batman movie is pretty great. Now, you can't compare it to Christopher Nolan's Batman because it's a different kind of Batman, but it's still a fun movie. Kick-Ass 2. I don't think I've seen Kick-Ass 2. Liar, Liar. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal movie. I think a lot of people, when you think of Jim Carrey, you think of Liar, Liar. Pretty much Jim Carrey's a lawyer. He's kind of a piece of shit dude. He lies to his family, his kids, all that type of stuff. And then his kid makes a wish on his birthday that his dad couldn't lie anymore, and he can. Something happened, some magical thing happened where he can't lie anymore. And there's a lot of comedy, but it has a good message at the end of the day. Yes Man. Yes Man's phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm not going to put it in S tier. A lot of fun, hilarious, holds up, great movie. Let's see here. Is there anything that we don't see on the list yet? That might have been our last movie. Let's go through here, because most of these are duplicates. He wasn't in Kick-Ass 1, right? He was just in Kick-Ass 2? Yeah, I definitely haven't seen Kick-Ass 2 yet. I don't know if I ever will. Alright, so that's all the Jim Carrey movies that are on here. Let me go ahead and rank these up top and see how I would do this. Okay, we're going to put Me, Myself, and Irene at A tier. I think that's fair. I'm going to put Mask there. Me, Myself, and Irene. Fun with Dick and Jane, yes, man. Eternal Sunshine's going to be number 1. I think we got to go the first Ace Ventura, Cable Guy, Liar Liar, Bruce Almighty, Ace Ventura 2, Dumb and Dumber, Grinch. That's my list right there. Straight to the point, easy, easy peasy. That's my top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my top 12 in order. Let me know if you agree with me. If you don't, tell me why. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say how much they hate Jim Carrey. I don't give a shit. I love his movies, always will. All right, let's look at the community rank. Jim Carrey's movies. Ooh. There's not a community rank? I don't know. Weird. Okay, so these people have Mask, Eternal Sunshine, Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar, Ace Ventura, and S. This guy has Amazing Good. He has Bruce Almighty. He dislikes Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, and Yes Man? Bruh. I don't know about that one, brother. I think you're fucking crazy. Oh, well, there's not a community rank for this one, but... Oh my god, Blizzard Entertainment. Is this Dragon? It is. Dragonflight, dog. Wow. Not going to play it. Alright, guys. Well, let me know if you agree or disagree with my list. And tell me what your favorite Jim Carrey movie is. Don't tell me if you hate him or not. I don't care. I mean, you can. And I'll just probably ignore it. But anyways, have a great rest of your day. Catch you on the next one. Next week will be Will Ferrell. Peace.